Do you sometimes find yourself questioning your own motives about things, or like, was this just about me, or why did I want to do this thing? I think this can be common for all of us, that we are not very sure of ourselves. We're not sure even of our own goodness. Why do I do the things that I do? Sometimes when we find ourselves, especially in patterns of sin, that this is especially true for us, we think, I don't even think I'm that good of a person, or I'm not a good person. And that can be very detrimental to our own spiritual well-being and our own spiritual health. And we hear Jesus say things like he says to the Pharisees today, that that they serve the Lord only in with their lips, but they don't honor him in their hearts. He's speaking to them after they've questioned his disciples for not washing their hands before a meal. We're not doing the ceremonial washings that all of the traditions of the elders have done for years and years on end. But Jesus rebukes them, saying that they do all of these traditions, but they are not rooted in the heart. They're just to follow some law that really in this instance is more of an arbitrary thing that's come from another place, but not actually the heart of the law. Because then he says like that they say things about honoring their father and their mother, but it's korban, meaning that if they honor their father and mother, it all should go to the ministry of some sort. That they don't really show love toward their father and mother. That they kind of make excuses for that in a religious sense. He says, but the real root of the commandment of God from the law of Moses is that we should honor our father and mother. But it's been twisted over the years. So really, in a sense, saying that law is the root. That love is the root of the law. And so it can be difficult for us to sometimes understand this and to kind of work out all of those intricacies in our own hearts. But I think that it's still something that is worth our time and discernment to do, because when we do find that, we understand better our own desires and our own willfulness, and really where the desire of God is in our hearts. The good news is that we have good desires. At root, we have good desires. We can see that because God has created all of us good. We heard for the last, from yesterday and today, in our first reading, we hear from the very beginning of the Bible, from the book of Genesis and the creation story. Yesterday we heard about the creation of just the world in general, and how there's the sea and the land, and now today we hear toward the end of it with God creating human beings and how he creates them in his image and likeness. And he gives us dominion over the earth, not domination, but dominion. And after this, after every day, God says that he saw his creation, he said that it was good. After the last day, or the sixth day of creation, when he creates human beings, he says it is very good. We're created in God's image, and we're created good. So don't doubt your own goodness, but ask the Lord to give you good discernment, to help you to form good desires, to form things that are truly of God, desires truly for God and of God. And in that way, if we allow him to guide our day-to-day life, we can be sure that we're following his will in all things.